TriCaster comes with several types of media players for playing both internal and external media from eSATA drives connected to the system. From the media players, you can play back all of the content you loaded. Media players can play video clips, audio clips, stills, and titles. In this section, we will cover how to access media players, how to load them with content, editing title templates, organizing your media, media player controls, and editing your media by creating in and out points. There are several types of media players available in the TriCaster. There is a digital disc recorder, or DDR, for playing back video clips and other media. There are two graphics players, which can play back stills, titles, or sound files. Let's start with the DDR. To access the DDR, click on the DDR tab. This media player works like a VCR or a DVD player. First, let's load some media. Click on the Add button under the player, or just double-click in an unused area of the player's playlist. This will launch the media browser. From here, you have access to all the media loaded on the TriCaster. This includes any media from other sessions or the default content. Notice on the left side of the requester, you see media types, including clips, stills, titles, and audio. In each media type, there are session names. Clicking on a session's name will reveal all the media of that type loaded for that session. You can use media from any saved session, so there is no need to double load content if you are using it in more than one production. Go to the Clips area and click on New Tech. Choose the video standard you're using, either PAL or NTSC. Click on the balloon clip. Hold down Shift and click on the roller coaster. Then click OK. This loads the video clips into the DDR. The DDR can play high definition and standard definition clips in the same session. Just import the clips with the media importer and you know they will work. Now go to Graphics 1 and hit the Add button. Notice there are less media types listed here. The media browser is smart enough to know what type of player you are loading content into and what types of media it can accept. It will only show media types that can be played in that type of media player. Go to the Stills area and select New Tech. Scroll down until you see the full screen images. You can multi-select things to import in several ways. Windows keyboard qualifiers work. Click on a clip and then hold down Shift and click on another clip and everything in between is selected. You can hold down Control and click on individual clips to select them. Now, a cool side note here is that if you hold down Control and select a few items, it will remember the order in which you clicked on them and load them into the player in that order. That works in all players. Select a few stills and load them into the graphics player. You can also load multiple clips into the DDR in the same way. You can also browse for content that has not been loaded into a session. Hit the Add button for the DDR and hit Add Media Location. Now you can navigate to a directory of content and add it to the browser. Let's say you have a folder of video clips. They are on a media drive, so it is OK to play back from there. Simply navigate to the folder and click OK. This folder is now available to any session, even though none of the content was actually imported. Remember, some clips might not play back without conversion. So if you have issues playing clips loaded in this manner, you may need to import them using the media importer to ensure smooth playback. If you're just looking to load a single file that has not been imported, you can browse to it. Just click Browse and go find it. Remember, it is possible to look at the content of external USB drives. Do not try to load and play video clips from external USB drives. It may not be fast enough, and the video playback will stutter. If you forgot to load a clip or the content was not available until after the show started, there is a workaround. Go to the DDR, hit Add, and Browse. Browse to a USB drive with the video clip you want to use. Right-click on the clip and choose Copy. Now navigate to your media drive, Clips, Session Name, Import folder, and paste the clip. After the copy is complete, the clip is now available through the media browser in the Clips Session Name area, and it will have the drive speed that it needs to play. One side note, importing media this way allows you to load clips that might not play back properly. These clips would have been transcoded on import through the media importer. Make sure, if you are ever going to load a clip this way, that you have tested the file format and resolution and know it will play back correctly. The TriCaster comes with a wide variety of title templates. These are professional graphics you can easily modify to use in your productions. Go to Graphics 2 and click Add. Under Titles, click on New Tech. Notice there are a lot of titles here you can scroll through. Another way to quickly find the templates you are looking for is to use the filter. At the top of the requester, there is a filter text string. One of the title template collections is called Helix. Type Helix in the filter text string. Now, only the graphics with the word Helix in the title show up. This is a great way for you to organize and quickly find graphics, titles, or video clips. Click on the first Helix title, then hold Shift and click on the last one. This will select them all. Now click OK to load them into the player. Customizing titles in the TriCaster is easy. In the graphics player, mouse over the third template, Helix 003. Click on the gear in the lower right corner of the icon to open the Edit panel. The panel can be sized and positioned. Click on the text to start editing. Replace the stand-in text with your text. You can select a font or size the text interactively by dragging on the size. You can also stylize the text with bold, italic, or underline. Replace all the stand-in text and modify the templates to meet your needs. If there is a stand-in image, this can be replaced by clicking on it and selecting a new image. The image should be of the same aspect ratio as the stand-in. There are some modifications that can be made by right-clicking on the image, but for the best results, try to replace images with images of the same aspect ratio or proportions. This title is now ready for use. Once you have all of your clips, stills, and titles loaded, you can organize them. Left-click on a clip and drag it to where you want it to be in the playlist. You can multi-select here too. You can even drag out a box and select every clip inside its boundaries. You can also drag media from one player to another. If the player supports that media type, it's ready for use in the new player. For example, if you drag a still from Graphics 1 into the DDR, that will work fine. If the player does not support that media type, such as dragging a video clip from the DDR into the graphics player, that clip will become ghosted and is not available in that player. You also have some right-click context menu options for a clip. You can right-click on a clip and you can copy it and then paste it into another player, but the same rules apply. When working with a DDR, a clip must be yellow to be queued. Notice, when you click on a clip, it gets a white outline and then a yellow highlight. The clip is not actually queued until the yellow highlight appears. This means it can take a second for a clip to be ready to play. The trick here is clip placement. When a clip is queued, it also caches the clip on either side of it. Notice, clicking on clips next to the queued clip, they load up instantly. Selecting a clip more than one clip away takes a second, as it not only caches that clip, but also the clips on either side of it. Sometimes, to have instant access to the clips, it's better to duplicate them in the playlist. This does not take up any more space, as it's just pointing to the same clip on the hard drive. It just causes the caching to happen when you need it, so every clip is ready instantly.